Hello, and welcome to another Dragon Ball Z video. But, as you can see, I've got a whole other different color leader on the board for y'all. That's right. We went with a different deck to our locals today. And, we didn't get last place. We did not get last place. We got like second last place. Listen, alright, if you're like looking at this deck right now, you could probably see a lot of choices in here that would be like, oh yeah, I see why you didn't do as good as you thought you was gonna do. Or good at all, to be honest with you. I made this deck Friday into Saturday. Friday night I started working on it, moving pieces around. Saturday I started actually putting it together and playtesting it against some of my other decks. And then today, Sunday, I went to the tournament early. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times there's guys around in the tournaments that you can go and, play a few games with. So I brought this out because I wanted to get into it. And I knew that, again, I play with a lot of seasoned players and they have a very good idea of what my deck does. Way better than what I do. So, when I'm making a mistake, they're like, oh, wait, hold up, bring that back. You can't do that because of X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, oh, thanks. That's exactly what I wanted to know. Here's the thing, but when you play, I play test these decks, again, against myself. I can tell you what a lot of cards in my Gogeta decks do, right? I can tell you how this deck plays because I've lost so many games, alright? I have a very good idea of what I'm doing with this deck. If you put it in my hand, I have a very good idea of what I'm doing with this deck. This one, I was sort of confused because there's cards that I like, and there's cards that I feel become useless after you awaken, if that makes sense. And I'm going to show you what I mean. So, right now we have Hellfire. This is our leader, Hellfire 17. We start off with our field card, Power, Absorption, and Release. When we play a Super 17 card, we place up to one Android 17 or Hellfire 17 card from our combo area under our leader. And a lot of times, I was not, I wasn't throwing out my Super 17s during my active battle. I would do it during my main step, and I would lose. I wouldn't have any timing to get these dudes out. And normally, what I mean by my activate battle is that I would get out my Z Unison and I would use Union Absorb to go and pull out a Super 17. Or I would use, who is it? Whoopsie. I believe it's this guy, yeah, Rapid Attacker. Or Rapid Attack. And he just costs 1 energy. And he is an activate battle or main. So I probably should have paid more attention, used this activate battle more. But sometimes he wasn't in my hand when I needed him. So I really want to bump him up to a lot. Probably to 4. Because even when we get turned over into our second form, we can still play Rapid Attack. Where are you? I believe this is a great example. Attack Commence. If your leader's backside is a red Super 17 card and you have 2 or more energy and you have 1 or more 17 and Hellfire 17 cards in your combo area. So basically, I need so when I attack, I need to combo with 2 of these guys and I need to be on my first form and then I need to pay an energy to get out Attack Commence. And then when Attack Commence comes out, he gets out one of my shocking death balls, right? And that's the way this deck plays. But what happens when you awaken? Well, then you actually lose this ability, and the only way to play your 6-drops, the only way to play these 2 6-drops is with Union Absorbing from your Hellfire 17. This is how you're going to get your 6-drops out. So I was running into this, this playstyle where I wasn't sure, when I wanted to awaken. I was never sure if I wanted to wait 1 turn to awaken, or if I should just awaken on turn 2. Because I could get to turn 2 awaken. That was easy. But when you awaken to your second turn, you sort of you're in a position where a lot of you, where exactly these 6 cards don't really become easy to play. You do have Ultimate Masterpiece, and you can get out Ultimate Masterpiece. He does not have that. You have to be in your leader's backside. He doesn't have that extra stuff. He just has, as long as you have a 17 and a Hellfire 17 in combo area, draw a card, play this guy, and he has barrier until the end of your opponent's turn. Now, so, and one more thing that I had a small issue with is that I found myself drawing Perfect Evolutions, but not having the 6 drops. And Perfect Evolution, I think, is really cool because he's a 30k critical hit. And when you have your 6 drop come out and you drop off the Shocking Death Ball, then you have your Perfect Evolution, you evolve into him, you draw a card, you switch him up to active, you attack with him. If the attack goes through, you activate, discard a Z card from your Z energy, and you sort of toss this away and give give this card 30k double strike. So now he's a double strike who has crit, and it's just beautiful. That was the goal, and again, I found myself not really being able to do anything with these. What do I want to say? 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. With these 9 cards, I always drew them at inopportune times, so I couldn't really use the strategy I want to use. Like, part of me was just like, I think I'm just going to go and play Ultimate Masterpiece and call it a day. And just take these guys out. Because Ultimate Masterpiece, really, really good. Able to be played at, and you have to wait till turn 3, right? Because he's 3 energy. Yeah. As long as your opponent has 3 or more energy, which is perfectly fine, he's still viable. You know what I mean? So, playing with these, you can get them out, because there are ways to get these guys out. These aren't the only way. Like, you don't just have to Union Absorb. We also have our 1-drops, which I think are amazing. All right, I love my 1-drops. So, here's what we do. Here's what I was doing. When I drew my opening hand, whatever 1-drop I didn't have, and I would use my activate main, I could add up to 1 card for my life. Normally I wouldn't. I would just send a 1-drop to my, I would send a 1-drop to my drop, and while I was searching for the 1-drop so if I had this in hand, I sent one of these to the drop. If I had this in hand, I sent one of these into the drop. So that's normally how that worked out for me. That worked pretty well, actually, because in one game, my secret, which we use, which was the Vegeta, my secret was actually in my life. And because I was able to search my deck, I realized that my secret's not there. So I sort of want to take a little bit more damage, so maybe I could get my secret out. That was fun. Let's see. What else? These 2 guys I didn't like. Mainly because, well, him I didn't mind because he lets you draw a card, but you have to be, on your leader's backside has to be, super the anti-Saiyan. If your leader is this, then this guy is a 4 cost, and I don't really care for that. But when you're on your back, or when you're on your backside still, when you're still in your first stage, being able to draw a card and then neg one of your opponent's cards minus 15 is really good. Infernal Creation, I didn't really care for because, again, he doesn't have to draw power like Guided Fusion, and I have to add a card for my Z energy to my hand to look at, add a card from my hand to my Z energy to look at the top 5 cards of my deck and add 1 Android 17 or Super 17 to my hand. So I didn't really care for the Searcher, but I see why they're there. You know what I mean? Because turn 2, you might get lucky. You might draw one of these 2 and still have the chance to play it. But after you awaken, they just pretty much turn off. And you're just really comboing with them to just get, or you're trying to get rid of them, honestly, to combo out with them. But I am thinking about bumping this one up because he is like he just lets me draw and then he lets me get rid of something. Because I found that I didn't really have a lot of ways to just get rid of I didn't have a good way. So I was playing a yellow Piccolo deck, right? And my opponent was just turbocharging me. Like, he had all these cards on the field. And I didn't have a way to kill anything, really. I didn't have, like, a good field wiper. I didn't draw my secret. That would have just sent everything to the drop and sort of reset the board. So that sort of sucked. But, yeah, there are some things I want to put into this deck. Videl, Encountering Danger. I want to put a good Unison in here as well. Oh wait, I'm moving ahead of myself. I'm sorry. MVP. We have 2 MVPs in this deck right now. One is Gamma and the other one is Team of Evil, alright? Let's talk about Team of Evil first. I was playing Team of Evil and I felt good, alright? Being able to attack with him and then attack with my leader and then combo something else from my drop using his effect, and then being able to toss out a 6-drop, and then get out the Shocking Death Ball, and then Awaken. You know what I mean? It's happened once. It was amazing. It felt good when it happened. I felt really good about that. I just wish that happened a lot more often than it did. But yo, Team of Evil is amazing, and I love this card. I really do. Like, being able to just, and here's the thing, right? You can use him in pretty much any deck, and when he's used in a combo area, you just pull something else from the drop and use it in a combo as well. And it's amazing. I love it, alright? It's so good. Second MVP over here, like, again, I've had 2 of them. Gamma, alright? Let me tell you something. Being able to just play this on turn 3 and give your leader 1,000 attack for the battle, so you can just combo out, and you get to draw a card, and you have a 20k on the field that your opponent just has to deal with, is really good, alright? He may not have double strike, he may not be the biggest, baddest, but he just trades himself in, gets himself on the field, and say, alright, dude, now you have to waste a card on me to get rid of me. And sometimes, they didn't. And he stayed on the field for a turn or 2. It was great. I was really happy with Gamma. I didn't really get the chance to play Cell a lot. He was normally in my, he normally ended up in my life. But I didn't really get the chance to play him because I was really trying to bank on my fusions being here. It's like sometimes you draw a hand, right, and you have half your staples and half your actual engine. And you're like, man, do I play my staples or do I play my engine? And that was the kind of decision making that I was fighting with. Because again, it felt like I was playing my Gogeta deck, where I was using my Height of Royal Powers and my Black Rose to sort of do things. By the way, I'm so happy with that deck. Listen, I have not gotten rid of it. My goal is to take it up to we're gonna do good with it, alright? You just wait, it's coming, because I was playing it today in the match, and I was in the groove, man. I knew what anyway, this isn't about Gogeta, this is about Hellfire 17. Let me shut up. So, Gamma doing God's work out here. I'm really thinking about going up to 4, or at least 3 defeating the demons, because I did end up, here's the thing, I did end up getting this out in every game. I may have used it too early, but I did get it out in every game. So, that's good. Topo's God's work, alright? He has been doing God's work. Let no one tell you otherwise, okay? I have been out here playing this guy, negating attacks, and no one really wants to discard 2 cards, alright? Everyone I've played with, they really don't want to discard 2 cards, so they see Topo, and they're like, pass turn. When they see Explosive Dance, they might still try to swing through it a few times to get a few shots off you. But when they see Topo, they go Nopo, alright? When they see Topo, they go Nopo. Okay. That was too good. That was too good. Let's see. We have Unbridled Power as our secret. The reason being is that I'll only really have this as a red secret. Like, if I had better red secrets, I'd probably use them, but he's what I got, so we're going to make it work. If you see Topo, you go, I go Nopo. Okay. So these are part of my side deck that I had. So here's the thing, right? I started off with 4 of her. And the reason, 3 of her. And the reason I started off with her was because she was dual attack. And she relied on you having Z extras. And when I actually read her effect, right, I realized that the only Z extra I have in this deck is Explosive Dance. I don't have, like, the Cyberman clones. I don't have After Image. So this ended up just slowing me down. And it also didn't help that, thanks to me reading what my card does, I was not able to use cards from underneath her to place in a drop in order to ready him up. So she's going out. You know what I mean? I tried doing something with her, but she just wasn't what I wanted it to. She just didn't move the way I wanted it to move. We also have Hidden Ambitions. The reason being to get rid of D-Magics, or not D-Magics, but D-Magics, really. But we didn't play any blue, so we didn't really run into anything. There was Explosive Dance. We didn't run into a Flying Nimbus, but I didn't get the chance to play this. These are my side decks, pretty much. We have, the Kotsukai. Everyone has a Kotsukai in there. We all know why. We have 2 of these, in case you run into that Vegito. You all know which one I'm talking about. We got our Unison Killer. We got the Brewer for the green. We have the Baby, because I was just like... The reason I put Baby out, right, is because in my head I'm thinking... he's just someone that we throw out there, and... Honestly, when we exhaust all our energy, he gives our leader plus 25, plus 10,000 attack, making our leader 25. So our opponent has to combo up to 25 if they want to like do any damage to us, really. So I'm thinking about making him a mainstay in the deck. Excuse me. Again, I am thinking about putting some more unisons in him, but I'm definitely thinking about keeping him in. Then we have the Broly Crown, He's just in there. And then we have Machine Mutant Plan. So I had 2 of these in the deck. And the reason they're in the deck is because they let me search cards. And they have the active battle. And which gives my Super 17 cards 15k in attack. And gives my regular cards that's not Super 17 10k in attack. So that's why I have 2 of these in here. I don't think I used these as much as I wanted to use them, really. And I also forgot that they were Z extras. So she did have a few more targets. And, yeah. I think that's it. That's all I really wanted. That was how I went with the deck. And even though we didn't do well, that was perfectly fine. Like, I wasn't expecting to... I was honestly surprised we even won 1 match. I'm going to be real honest with you. Because if you're like, I'm looking at the deck and I'm like, there's just a lot of things that contradicted itself. And so I wasn't really sure how I wanted to, I wasn't really sure what the best decision was at times. Which I think made the game a little bit harder for me. Because again, I liked... absorbing power because I got to neg my opponent's cards by 20k, and I didn't really care for attack commence because even I got to draw a card, but I needed both of them because they basically got my Shocking Death Ball in for free. You know what I mean? It's a free Z extra that you set up for with Explosive Dance. So that's why they were in there. But I've got to figure out the counts for this. Again, I think I want to up this guy up. Maybe to 1 or 2. Just because I like being able to draw. And being able to get rid of my opponent's cards. I love to activate battle. I'm keeping this guy at 4. To be honest with you, I'm keeping these 2 at 4. That is what it is. I'm also keeping this at 4 because we can search for a red android card. So the only targets in our deck that can't be searched are literally these over here. Everything else can be searched for. So there's a lot of things that I am okay with. I think I want to get my rapid attack up to 3. I thought I had 4 of them. I gotta look for it because I'm pretty sure I had 2 more. We're gonna keep Ada the Ultimate Masterpiece. We're not getting rid of him because he's our big guy and he does a lot of things for us, especially later into the game. And he can come out and he stays useful throughout the entire game. Unlike these guys stay useful, but they're hard to get out. And yeah. Oh, let me show you my Z deck. Which I'm sort of meh with. I'm gonna explain why. So I've got 4 of these, and I think I'm gonna go down to 3. I don't need 4 of them. I think 4 is overkill. I'm sorry. Let me put this like this so you can see. I got 4 of them. I think that's overkill though. And we got 3 Return of Despairs. So that way we build up. We have Z energy. And then, yeah, we got our Union Absorb as well. I'm just not sure if you can... If you're watching this in the comments, let me know if I can use Union Absorb during the Activate Battle step. I don't think I can. Because that would be cool. But I don't believe I can. And then we have the Mighty Blast. So, this is in case we can't get these guys out, like, during the first 2 to 3 turns. Normally, here's the thing. Turn 2... if I don't see these pieces, I go for the Mighty Blast. That way, at the very least, I have a Z extra so I can use for Explosive Dance. At the very least. Because there have been... This is a really expensive card, so you really want to get it out for free. But you don't... it's like... If you don't see this combo where you can get these guys out at like turn 2... you need something out there if you want to start setting up for Explosive Dance. So normally, I put in Mighty Blast, so I have something over there. I do have Rush Attack, Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. I never played it though. Not really sure how I feel about it. Because again, I was just trying to use my engine. And I felt like the Gammas helped because they let me draw a card. And they also helped me out combo things. Especially when I didn't have like Explosive Dance in hand or it was too early. Then I would be like, okay, we just got, we got a few things going on over here. I think maybe another Topo. So my opponent can go Nopo. Oh shit. Oh no. Okay, no. I almost fell off my chair. Oh, I went to lean back and almost, that would have hurt. And, yeah, so, those are some cards I would like to go, maybe on these ones. Again, I'm pretty sure I have 4 of everything, at least these. I'm not sure about the rapid attacks, those I'll have to look for. But I know I have more of these, so I'm going to be playing around with the numbers for them. I also got the Videl Encountering Danger, those are coming in. That Red Android 13, that's a counterattack. I've got him coming in as well. And then I believe we brought in some Yamchas. Was it Wolfang Fist or Merciless Fist? One of the two. We brought in the one that's not limited to 1. That's the one we got. That's the one we got 4 of. And yeah, that's what I got for this deck setup. I am looking forward to, playing around with it a lot more. I liked it. I really did enjoy the trying to figure out when I wanted to attack, who I wanted to attack with. You know what I mean? For example, when I was playing today, I realized, and this is why you should play your cards very often, because whenever I play my cards, I try to read them again. And like today, I noticed that it said add up to 1, not add 1 card. So like, I was like, oh, I don't have to add a card for my life in order to just send something to the job. I could just do it. So the first turn I would do it, my opponent would like get me down to like 2 or 3 life. and they would try to keep me from getting into 5, and then I would just take myself down to 5 life and then awaken, or get my combo set up and then start awakening. So it definitely helps pushing yourself so that way you can awaken. Again, the floodgates were good. She definitely helped me back though. She definitely helped me back. I might drop down a Cell, maybe 1 Cell. I like Cell, but I don't know. I don't think I need that many of him. And yeah, I'm definitely going to look up a few more decks on DBS Deck Planet. You know what I mean? One of my friends posted a link to it, to the deck as well that I was looking at, and I was like, oh, that looks pretty juicy. So, you know what I mean? There's a lot of things that I saw, and it was nice to play something new that wasn't Gogeta, but I love playing Gogeta. It's so much fun. It's so much fun. If I go, at the end of May, I plan on going with with the group. We're going to go to the next qualifier it is in Niagara Falls. I definitely plan on going to that. So, because we did have the last chance qualifiers yesterday or Saturday, but I didn't end up going to that because A, I worked, and B, I just did not feel I didn't feel comfortable I didn't feel comfortable going into the tournament with the Gogeta deck. Yeah. What changed today? Again, today I played a match with it, and I felt really good about it. You know what I mean? Because, part of me, I'm sorry, I keep talking about Gogeta. We're not here to talk about Gogeta. We're here to talk about Hellfire 17. And, another thing I gotta play better with Hellfire 17 is their field card. I'm not, again, when I'm attacking and you want to move it from your combo area, I just gotta match up the sequence. And I think that's where I'm mucking up with this, is forcing me to get my, I don't know if it's sequence is the word I want to use, but it's definitely forcing me to think about how I want to play my Super 17s out. It's forcing me to look at it and go, all right, you actually have to plan out this entire turn. Not 70% of it and go with the wind and draw and pray. You actually have to think out a good 95 and pray that you draw one good card. Yeah, other than that, I loved it. I'm definitely going to be playing this deck throughout the week, and especially when I get the other cards in as well, because I've got 3 decks I'm working on at the moment. I'm still playing around with my Gogeta deck. Again, there's so many cards in, there's 27 sets of cards to play with. There's just so much that I don't know, and I'm slowly learning it as I go through, especially with advice from the community and stuff, which has been really helpful. Again, thank you all. Really appreciate it. And, Hellfire 17 and Ferocious Strike Goku. There's also a Yellow Kefla deck that I'm playing around with for fun as well, but I'm torn between that and Bardock. We're gonna see what we do here. But yeah, other than that though, that's gonna be the end of this video. No, I don't got anything else to say. I don't think I do anyway. I don't got any other weird questions or things. I talked about everything I wanted to talk about. I talked about the cards I liked, the cards I thought I was going to like that I did not like, and overall, just how much I really like it. I'm telling you, I really do enjoy this card game. You know what I mean? Coming from Yu-Gi-Oh! And then, well, not new Yu-Gi-Oh!, old Yu-Gi-Oh! And Naruto, and then this just feels so refreshing to play. You know what I mean? Because it's so different, and I know they have Masters and stuff, Commander, there we go. I know they have that stuff, but this just feels so refreshing because it's there's bad decisions, but there's not I don't know how to put it. It's a good game. Definitely enjoy it. I don't know if I'm gonna have a video for you next week, honestly, because we do have the sneak peek that's coming for the next set, and I definitely plan on buying. I'm definitely planning on spending some money. but I don't want to be a jerk, so I don't want to buy everything. I think I'm just gonna buy like 3 boxes. And they are having a yellow tournament. I don't know if I'm gonna get into that or not. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. I don't know how it's gonna work next week, but I do promise to make some other game videos this week from some of my other games. I've just been busy. You know how it is. Life waits for no one. Not even me. But yeah, that's the end of this video, yo. I hope you're all entertained. Remember to hit that like and subscribe. And leave any tips down for this deck. You know, any, because again, I'm pretty sure there's plenty of people in this community who have been playing this game for a long time, who have definitely played this deck. And yeah, I definitely appreciate your tips. Leave them down in the comments. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you think I should get rid of my Gammas. I might. If you got a good enough replacement, I might get rid of them. I don't want to though, because I love these things. They so cool. But I will catch you all in the next one. My brain froze. Peace. Oh, and remember, if they see Topo, they say Nopo.